with that. I just pressed the start button. So
What's up?
What's going on, people? It's Fame Entertainment here.
got it. What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment, TiC Network.com. You guys are leveled up to 89. This is a double XP podcast. I'm just going with the introductions from left to right. Let's start with Thugger. Thugger, what's going on?
What's up, y'all? It's me, the Floor Hugger. We're back for another week. We got some obvious missing people here. We got some white bread missing, but I'm glad to talk with y'all. We got some good things going. And to my fellow Canadians, this week is Thanksgiving, or at least Sunday's Thanksgiving. So shout out to you. Have a great Thanksgiving, and don't do it overboard, please. And we'll see you next week after, you know?
Yeah, we went through some groceries. So you couldn't find no marshmallows. DALLAZ, man, what's going on?
Man, just happy to be back again. We got a homie out sick. I'll post something out for you, but I'm thirsty, so.
I'm dropping. Oh.
No.
Half man, half God.
Hello, I'm Demi God Reviews. I like women in one. I'm here to talk video games. Let's do it.
Want something to do something. That's what's
Please
up.
stop.
Why
I like
you always
women in
sound
wine, not women that wine.
Please stop.
Yo, like,
True.
so I guess we'll start right with PS5. So we did talk last week about Sean Layden leaving Sony. I believe we talked about that and about the shakeup that's going on at Sony. We don't know all the details right now, but there's some shakeup going on. But we did get some information drop about the PS5. Not a lot, but enough to wet your whistle. So I want to know what you guys think about what we heard as far as the controller and things like that. I think we all kind of had an idea it was dropping holiday 2020. But any thoughts about the PS5 and apparently that this dev kit that was leaked is actually real?
I'm excited about the PS5 because it's the PS5.
Yeah.
I'm excited about the PS5 because of games that I know that are coming. Like, I learned my lesson this gen about getting excited about a console because it sounds like a dope console. So this time around, because I know Ghost of Tsushima is coming, because I know The Last of Us 2 is going to look a little better, because I know...
Last of Us 2 remastered, you mean?
Exactly. Last of Us 2, the remake.
Don't forget, we gonna get a GTA 5 remake too, as well, or remaster.
Mm-hmm.
God of War
We
remastered.
sure ain't getting no Bully 2, so, you know.
Oh, we'll talk about that later.
But either way, I learned my lesson of getting excited about a console, and just because I think it's going to be dope. As long as there ain't no camera on it, I'm getting it. I'm just still contemplating whether or not I want it to be a day one purchase.
I can vibe with that.
I respect that.
So, anybody who doesn't know about PS5 specs, I pulled up some of the specs, speculated specs, rumors, and then confirmed. So, in the CPU, computer processing unit, power, we're getting an AMD 3rd gen Ryzen line. Cool. 8 cores, which is amazing. 16 threads at 3.2 gigahertz. Probably don't care for y'all. We get 24 gigabytes of RAM and 4 gigabytes of DDR RAM for the operating system. So those 24 gigabytes should be used for gaming, and the 4 gigabytes should be used for the unit itself, ideally. So graphics and hardware. So it's confirmed for these things. We'll support 8K graphics, but we talked about this at E3 when Scarlett introduced its 8K graphics, unless you have an 8K TV, which aren't being made. It doesn't really matter. Most people don't even have 4K TVs right now.
There you go. It's the implementation.
We have a current prediction is 14.6 teraflops of computing power, or computing power. Sorry, and computer power, and ray tracing graphics, so RTX should be in these consoles day one.
I'm not gonna lie. Computing powder sound like what devs take during crunch.
It's gotta be. And then hard drive, it's confirmed that you have SSD, which is nice. Who doesn't love a solid state drive? Your games are supposed to run faster on that. Actually, they do run faster on that. With a higher bandwidth across the board.
And them
Spider-Man,
tiny ass load times.
Tiny FPS load time. Spider-Man running on the PS4 took 15 seconds to load after fast travel. On PS5, it should take 0.8 seconds, so less than a second. And streaming is still on the table. 3D audio, internet speeds should be better. Television, they're going to come with some VR stuff. Traditional controller, we don't know if they're going to go with a controller. Digital disc or digital, we really don't know what they're going to do with that. And then there's a whole bunch of speculation on, further analysis of that stuff.
In my opinion, I think Dallas hit the nail on the head when it comes to the PS5, PlayStation 5. I don't really care too much about power. I'm not gonna lie, because look at what they did with the power they have the base PS4 this gen, and look how amazing the games look, right? Between God of War, Spider-Man, Horizon Zero Dawn, which Horizon Zero Dawn 2 gonna be game of the year whenever it released, and I don't care what nobody think, and that's facts. But we know they're gonna
right.
When it comes to PlayStation, we know they're gonna drop some amazing games. Yeah, the hardware is cool. Like, yeah, be excited. I think people look stupid going around boasting about, power this, power that. You don't know what Xbox is going to bring, and you're going to change your narrative. But to me, like Dallas said, the PS5 going to sell just off of the fact of the games lineup.
Oh, yeah. That's been PlayStation's main selling feature for years, is they offer games, except for, like, what was that game? Haze? No. Meg? Was it Meg?
Meg.
The one where you were the one that was injecting you were a soldier?
Wasn't it Haze?
I think it was Haze.
What are we talking about now?
It was the PlayStation 3, like, it was a launch title where you would inject, or you would take this kind of, like, drug, and you would be a superpower soldier.
Yeah, Haze.
Haze,
it was
okay.
Ubisoft, right?
Other than that, yeah. There's been games that they've launched with that are just, like, amazing. Or not even launched with, but just put out, we've talked about this time and time again. Life of Black Tiger. That's my shit.
Just being straight up, maybe I just haven't grown up yet, but there's a part of me that's gonna get it just because it's PlayStation 5, and it just sounds cool to have PlayStation 1 through 5 in the house. Like, I think that's just dope.
To me, the keys. Now, before I go, we ain't got Demi. Demi, what are your thoughts on what we're hearing, and on top of that about the because here's the thing about the developer kits, right? The only developer I noticed that somewhat came out similar to the actual console was the last Xbox One X or Xbox S. That joint looked just like the console. So I wonder if at any point this developer kit will look even similar to the PS5. But then I want to get your thoughts on that and what you're hearing as far as some of the features we're getting with the console.
The features really don't matter to me because I'm not really a stickler for power. I just want it to look good, play good, and really be backwards compatible with some of the stuff I want. Outside of that, I don't want it to look like this now, though. This PS5 dev kit looks terrible.
Ugly.
That looks terrible. But if it looks like this, then yo, it's just ugly, bro. I don't know. I'm not really a stickler for power like that. I just want to see what the capabilities of the games are and how the UI is going to look. Because one of the things they said, they were stepping away from the XMB UI that they have. So I really want to see what they're going to do next.
And that's the kicker to that, because right now the UI is so smooth and perfect. Like, I kind of don't want them to mess with it, but if you're making it better, I'm all for things getting better. Just don't make it slow and clunky. That's one of my issues with the Xbox dashboard. It takes forever to do anything because it always slows down. Two, if you add features to the controller, that the battery life got to go up. If you're not going to make the controller detachable or anything like that, the battery power in that controller got to step up. Like, it has to step up. Like,
yeah, I heard that it had a longer battery life, but that's pretty much it's pretty much going to need it for the haptic feedback.
Yeah, and that's I don't, a lot of people was talking about that on Twitter. That's not nothing new. I mean, you get that in the Xbox One controller now. It's all about whether or not developers are going to use it or care to use it. Because I mean, that's the feature that's going on right now. Like I said, in the Xbox One controller, but other than Forza, nobody else really uses it. So I really wonder if it's going to be something, that really gets used next gen. And then Demi hit the nail on the head. That BC got to be there day one because
absolutely
every console's launch since we've always known has not always been great. So you're always going to want to go back and play some of these games. So if you want to say, hey, I got the PS5 and I haven't picked up for some god awful reason, I ain't picked up Last of Us 2. I can go pick it up and play it BC because for whatever stupid reason, I didn't have a PS4 last year.
What if I'm just too broke to buy PS5 games right off the bat? What if I just got the change for a PS5 and I want to play my PS4 library? Maybe I want it to look a little better. I won't sit here and act like and I agree with Demi. I'm not really a stickler for power, but I'm not gonna sit here and act like it's not important. The next generation needs to feel like the next generation. I don't know how I feel about what people were saying about there possibly being a pro launch with the original. I don't think there should be a need for one. It should just be, here's the console, it's dope as hell, and maybe a few years down the line, if we need that extra, then here's a pro.
If as far as power goes, only thing I care about is 60 FPS. That needs to be what 30 was to this gen. Or I'm sorry, last gen, because this gen shouldn't have been about 30. This gen for some reason was about P's, 1080p, 1440p, 4K. 60 frames per second should be a standard, like no compromise. This is what the gen needs to be about, and that's really what I want to see. Like, give me Horizon Zero Dawn 2 and 60 frames per second. I'd be the happiest man in the world.
Even if people don't have the equipment, like I said, the 8K graphics not going to matter unless you have an 8K TV to see it. Just give me the base. And Demi's right. And most people that watch this every week will be surprised. I don't give a crap about what the power is going to be and all those specs I read off on the console. Don't care. I only care about that with my PC because my PC is always changing. You can swap parts in and out. But I just want to be on the level. I don't want to start below what was last gen. Give me above. Like, don't spend $500 for a new system or 600. That's all I'm going to spend because I'm not going to pay above that. But don't be below the previous system. Be above. Like, set the bar next. Don't be down here and then you go up to here. No. Start above.
My real point in the power conversation is just to say that we haven't seen any of these next gen games yet. We don't know what's to come. We don't know what the system is going to require. What these games are going to require, rather, from the system. So,
yep.
But first party wise with Sony, I don't think we have nothing to worry about. Look what they did with the PS4. I think we're in good hands as far as visually impressive games. And then, Sony has to make sure that their BC is working right and working properly, because I'm hearing, like we talked about Ghost, I keep hearing stuff about Ghost still may drop, on PS4. That may not be a PS5 launch title. So when you really sit back and think about it, is God of War 2 ready to drop the PS5? Is Horizon Zero Dawn 2 ready to drop the PS5? Like, which one of these big first party titles is going to be ready to drop the PS5? So BC
Respawn.
What about
Respawn's ready for a Killzone game. Killzone is always got to drop first.
Yo, hit the chat really fast. My man More Cloud Tech USA says, I don't know to get excited for PS5. A lot of the first party developers are joining Xbox and Stadia, from Insomniac, Naughty Dog, being in Santa Monica. That's one thing Microsoft's been doing. They've been poaching a lot of, from Naughty Dog to CD Projekt Red. They've been poaching a lot of people for The Initiative. Is that new studio they doing? So they've been poaching a lot. My man Born Distracted said, for me, it's too early to get excited for next gen. I think it's right on time, baby. Mm-hmm. I think it's right on time because the news is going to start flooding out over the next couple of months.
And maybe excited is the wrong word. Excited is people that blindly follow, but maybe getting hyped for these system or these companies that Sony, Nintendo are historically stubborn about things, that they're finally starting to catch up. Yes, Kev brought some great ideas up about what was the PS Now streaming. It's like, I thought it was on Game Pass where you download it. I didn't know it was streaming from their servers, which changes a lot. But it's like, maybe they're getting Dallas off the side. Maybe they're changing and getting on board with a lot of things. Maybe this is Sony's step into the next gen, I should say. But I Dallas, do you think these games are going to look like extremely different from what they are now because we got photorealism. Like some of these
That's
games
what
look.
I'm hoping. I mean, okay, so think about it like this: as far as graphics is concerned, I look at studios like Quantic Dream, and you see every time they drop a game, right after that they drop a tech demo for their next game. I think about
Yes,
stuff like that each and every time. Like, you don't think it can get better. Like now we might look back on Heavy Rain and be like, "Ugh, that's kind of some bullshit." But at the time, that's what we
that
thought
was.
photorealistic was.
Yep.
We're looking at Detroit now, like, oh, that's dope. We're looking at God of War, just games like that now, like, oh, that's so dope. But there's a ceiling there somewhere. That PlayStation is only gonna go so far. The Xbox One is only gonna go so far. You already got people like the homie Kev, both of them, in your ear talking about how much better the PC is, how much better stuff look, how much better the frame rate. All I'm saying is there's always further you can go. So I don't doubt at all that it's going to look better. I don't doubt it's going to feel better. And when it comes to technology, hardware is great and all, but I don't want a new TV just for a new TV. When you buy a new TV that you think is going to look and sound so much better, it's because you feel movies and shows are going to look and sound so much better.
Mm-hmm. I agree with Demi. What do you think? Like, do you think this new gen of games is gonna look exceptionally different? Because I mean, God of War looked amazing. Personally, I think,
I
and
feel
all
like they're
these
gonna
games
push
look
the
amazing.
bar forward. They're gonna look way better than what we have now.
But how?
It's always
More,
hard to imagine.
more photorealism, more details in the characters' faces. There's always a bar to be stepped up from, and you can see that within each game that constantly drop. Detroit, hell, the new Final Fantasy that's coming out, or the
That
remake
joint
that's
Oh
coming
was
out.
cold.
There's a lot of
boy!
bars that's set that can still be pushed forward.
But do you? Maybe this is me as an artist. Do you count that as the technology moving forward, or these studios using more better like motion tracking and having just a little bit more time to flesh out these things? Because as much as I am kind of opposed to this game, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, it had kind of a lot of controversy with it, but it had a little bit more time put into it. And oh god, what was Cassandra's name? The actress, Melisandre. No, I'm thinking of Game of
How
Thrones
about that?
names.
That's Game of Thrones, baby. Calm down.
Yep.
But Melissa, or no, I can't remember her name, but she sold Cassandra, and now Cassandra is technically the canon character. Do you think it's down to actors' performance or the technology? Because we have a lot of actors that give kind of dead performances, and we have a lot of actors that give these
Well,
beautiful
here's the
performances.
thing with that. Like a lot of people, especially when it comes to Sony and their first party studios, like you're going to get an amazing stories. So the acting has to be on point. I know some people make fun of, oh, you're watching a movie or whatever case may be. But like, you ever watched a movie and like, like you really like dove into it? That's what video games with great stories are. They're movies that you're able to dive into. Whether or not you can control the story or not, but you can dive into the story. And to me, the acting, needs to go above and beyond. Mocap is going to be. We need mocap next gen. I'm sorry. Let's keep it going. That's one of the things I loved about Hellblade. Imagine Hellblade without motion capture. Like would have been.
Give me
And I
the
think it's a little
mocap.
bit of both because one of the reasons that I'm so into games is because I like stories and I like art in general. And video games is the ultimate medium because it encompasses all forms of art in one. And in this case, it's basically a case of and as it's always been, it's a case of artists having better and more effective tools.
Yep. I will agree with that.
So I think we can all agree at the end of the day, we all are confident that the PS5 going to deliver. I think this gen has kind of told us we have no reason not to believe that the PS5 is going to be a beast next gen.
I feel next gen period is going to be a beast. Like,
definitely.
Just I mean, we don't know for a fact, but we've been speculating since like last year, since a little before then, what Xbox may or may not be up to, and just it's gonna be a fun little back and forth next year. I don't even mean competition wise. I just mean I might actually have a reason to buy both.
Yep.
I don't know what Nintendo's gonna be on. They need to fix their Joy-Cons first. But after that,
I don't think Nintendo gives a crap about any of us.
Nintendo just gonna always do them no matter what, and we're gonna always buy it as long as they got Zelda, Metroid, and Pokemon.
They got you.
What you gonna do?
It's a wrap.
Well, we watched. Anybody who's in chat right now are watching after. Not only do we have a Discord server, but back in what was it? June was E3. We watched the E3 conferences, and we talked about all the kinds of stuff they launched. What was it? They had 4 Xbox consoles originally. The Scarlet,
supposed to
I can't remember the other two.
There was rumored to be like another actual Xbox One releasing at the end of the gen, and then 2 next gen. So I think it was like a total of 3 that was supposed to launch, and then we hear that there is no second Xbox console for next gen. It's just one. Then now we're hearing there might be an Xbox, a PS5 and PS5 Pro. People are just talking at this point. And I don't think people have no idea what's going to be released holiday 20, but it's going to be crazy. But I think at this point, you got people like TiC running around telling you stuff people believe in, and it ain't to be believed.
Bro, not
just
TiC.
At least here on Double XP Podcast, just no matter what you guys get and what you buy, what you believe in, just enjoy gaming. Because I don't know about everybody else, but I can speak from an experience where, I PC game now, but I remember a time I couldn't even afford a PlayStation 1 or a PlayStation 2. So it's like, I have no allegiance because I just want a game. So we're here as a channel of just trying to give you the facts. And don't get it misconstrued with anything else. We just love gaming.
We don't care what you game on this podcast. We just happy that you game. So my man Shinso Elite says, "Yep, too early to get excited, but he'll be getting Scarlet day 1." And that's what's up, man.
I won't get no console day 1 anymore.
I'm curious though. Why?
Why what?
They're just
like just
why day 1 or why the console?
To me, and I'm not even saying that to debate. I'm genuinely curious as to why, because I mean, me just being the PlayStation fan that I am.
Hey, Dallas, clarify for him. You mean why day 1 or why Xbox?
Why day 1? Why Xbox day 1?
Shinso just put, you can't believe 2/3 of what's said on the internet unless the actual company says anything I don't believe. You know, I don't believe the actual company 90% of the time. It's the people that leak the information that it's like, Halo Infinite, he just said.
And I'm not going to lie, if you're not a PC gamer, because no matter what you hear on the internet, not everybody has, number one, the money to go buy a powerful PC that can be on par with whatever the console was showing. And number two, not everybody's willing to deal with some of it. And I'm not saying PC has all these issues, right? I have a gaming laptop, and sometimes I have issues with that. But I'm not saying they have a lot of issues. I don't know everyone's experience, but I forgot my point. I think that
PC gamers, even though like
I was trying too hard to cover my bases. You know,
Demi's dying in the corner. I can hear him laugh.
I was trying too hard to cover my bases. Like I don't mean this because you can say anything now and it gets misconstrued.
He had an old man moment.
But okay, back to my point. But Halo Infinite, if you're not getting a PC, if you don't have a PC that can play it how the Scarlet will play it, Halo Infinite is the reason to buy Scarlet day 1 because it is launching with Scarlet day 1.
Anybody that has a modern PC will dispute that because even if you have a graphics card that's like there's a website that has can you run it, and it gets all the specs and it's like compares it against your card. Even if you have the lowest graphics card, you should be able to run it in medium. So it's like PC can run it.
Want to run it in medium anyway. They're going to want to be one of the best.
They're going to want to tweet about it.
I think a lot of PC games got too much pride to run a game in medium. But at that point, you might as well play it on console.
Yes.
Oh, I'll run it in medium. I don't care.
Of PC gamers though, like just generally speaking, we might look at y'all. Some of y'all might be a little pretentious, and we might look at y'all as like as just being that. But I think y'all are the closest in the gaming community to understanding the childhood concept of gaming for gaming's sake.
Yeah.
Because y'all play a lot of different stuff. And like if it comes from one platform and goes to PC, you play it because you have it to play.
Yeah.
My man Shinji Lee says console will never be as powerful as PC. This is true, but I'll take it just for the ease of use. Yeah. Respect.
And we're not talking down on that. Like console, if you don't want to get into the PC mod and stuff and all that, console, valid. I have my consoles. Love consoles. All of us have consoles.
And sometimes it's just about style. If there was any piece of technology that I think could have swag, it would be a gaming console.
Mm-hmm.
And I ain't gonna front. I'm really hoping that when Xbox launch, they do launch with 2 consoles: a regular Xbox Scarlet and a Halo Infinite themed Xbox Scarlet. Because I'd cop that theme. That'd be the one I cop. I cop that day one. I'm just saying. Just putting that out there. My man, the greedy nerdy. My man, the geeky nerd says PS5 day one for exclusive, probably Scarlet eventually. I mean, Gears 5 just shows that my X ain't even maxed out yet, so I'm gonna just ride it out. Facts. I don't think the Pro or the X is truly maxed out yet. I still think they got a ways to go. So if you rocking at the beginning of next gen with the Pro and the X, you should be good because they're not going to abandon. Sony be stupid to abandon the PS4 right when the PS5 drop. They got too many users over there. So you're still gonna get a lot of the games that can be playable on your current console.
They didn't abandon PS3 when PS4 dropped. So
I was just about to say that.
Yeah. They're just now starting to shut down PS3 servers for like what just happened? Uncharted. Yeah, Last of Us and Uncharted, like Demi said, their servers are just now shutting down, and it's the end of the PS4's lifespan. Think about that. They're going to be supporting PS4 till the end of PS5's lifespan, if they're smart.
They just
but we don't know what Sony's going to do.
PS Plus with Vita this year, so... I
guess here's my question. How long will they be dropping their new game? How far into the PS5 will they still be dropping new titles on the PS4? Because eventually...
3 years. That's it. 3 years. No, you know what? I'll even go 4 years because there'll be games where, I mean, I think Sony will realize, and we'll talk about it later, but Breakpoint realized that you just can't rely on the whales to carry you that far. You got to rely on the people that are actually paying your bills to carry you that far. And I think 3 or 4 years will be the PS4's life cycle, and they'll still be making it. I think the average life cycle that they still make consoles is 12 years in after it's big. They like just finished making the PS2 a couple years ago, so it's like,
yo, really fast.
Yeah, I don't care.
I want to give a shout out to the people who are watching live. Don't ever think we don't see you guys. Appreciate you guys. Drop a comment. We reply to every comment that come through, man. We appreciate you guys watching us. If you're not watching live, we appreciate you too. But shout out to y'all, man. Please hit that like button, subscribe, and comment, man. We willing to answer or reply back to everything that gets dropped in the comment section.
Yep.
So we good to move on? Y'all good with the PS5 talk? We got a few more topics. Now I'm not sure if many people care because in a lot of ways it's not as big as a deal when Reggie left Nintendo or when Sean Layden for some weird reason and sneaky reason, I'm not really sure what's going on, left Sony. But Mike Ybarra announced that he is leaving Xbox. It's not like Phil Spencer left or Matt Booty left, but does anybody have any? I mean, no disrespect to Mike. Mike's a cool dude, right? Mike was always, replying back to people on Twitter. He was actually gaming with a lot of people. Mike was a cool dude. I know a lot of people actually met him, and they'll tell you to a man like he was a really cool dude. But does anybody really care that Mike Ybarra left Xbox?
He snuck out. Sean snuck out too.
Yeah.
I still want to know what's really going on with Sean, dog.
Reggie walked out the door. Right? Mike kind of hopped out the window.
He oh, gotta get out.
And Sean was right behind Reggie,
Bye. Now people are like, all right, Phil, you gotta go now. It's like, no. There's a whole new
So-
generation coming. There's
I
some
think this is like a
wave
mass
coming.
exodus. Like, is something happening right now? Is that like the canary in the coal mine?
Mine cool, but I ain't care. I wasn't like swayed on moved they left.
Yeah, and I was like,
I wasn't
oh,
upset.
cool.
And
Yeah.
like, at this point, I'm not even thinking
Cool.
about whether or not it's not even. I don't think it's important whether or not I care that people are leaving. I wonder if it's a sign of something. Though.
Yeah, Shinso Elite Mike Ybarra announced on Twitter today after 20 years. Actually, you know what? Let me find the tweet, and I
could tell like Mike
read it
wasn't
verbatim.
even like into it no more because he started tweeting about like him playing games on PC, and I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, sorry, Mike. You're just not with it anymore. I see. Okay, all right. I want to get my Xbox and do it somewhere else.
So for the people who didn't know, Mike said today. Oh, why can't I find the tweet?
But
He
people
said,
always
okay, he
think
said
it's
after 20 years at Microsoft, it's time for my next adventure. It's been a great ride at Xbox and the future is bright. Thanks to everyone at Team Xbox. I'm incredibly proud of what we accomplished, and I wish you the best more soon on what's next for me. I'm super excited, and most importantly, I want to thank all the fellow gamers and our great fans for all support. Keep gaming, and I hope to see you online soon. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's gone.
I mean, that's more peaceful than Sean's send off.
Sean still didn't even say anything, did he?
Sean was like,
Shinzo said, I think these companies are just cleaning house for the next gen. Sean was a big loss for Sony, in my opinion, but they'll be fine. They'll be fine. They'll prop it up, but
that'll be good.
companies will always be fine. It don't matter who leaves or who. Like, they good without.
it's just the influential names that, like, Sean propped up Sony for a long time. And when he's gone, it's just like, oh, I guess this is a new generation. I mean, these changes were happening before we had a spotlight on these companies, but now that they're in the spotlight, it's just like, oh, wow, okay, I guess, yeah, gotta get rid of this guy, you gotta get rid of that guy. There's something going on. But the mass exodus of all these big guys before the next gen, it's a little concerning because you don't see this many people leaving before the next big money wave comes in.
And
I think the
I was surprised
tell
to see
will
a
be who
layoff.
replaces them. The tell is going to be who replaces them.
Well, Jim Ryan's taking over.
Doug Bowser.
Sean Layden's fired, isn't he?
He is?
That's what I thought I saw. Maybe I'm tripping.
Maybe.
Bowser was the
Probably
perfect
tripping.
person to take over for Nintendo, right?
Yeah.
That's like the perfect.
Because I'm
name.
starting to think it's a thing in the industry now to hire executives with novelty names.
Who got a better name, Doug Bowser or Matt Booty?
Booty!
Well, Bowser because it's
the dark
still
age
a
now.
novelty, but you can at least take him serious.
It's the dark age
Yes.
now. He had Mario and Luigi tied up with a controller in his first video with Nintendo.
That's
It's-
some kinky.
We're in the dark age now, boys. We getting that Bowser game finally.
Don't show me your kink.
We're finna get Twilight Princess too, y'all.
Hey, I'm about to drop y'all a link.
No.
Every time I hear about Matt Booty, I think of this.
Please.
When y'all get a chance, watch it. When y'all get a
I
chance,
don't even want to click on it.
when you get a chance, click the link. And speaking, before we change topics, I want to let you guys know I'm going to be dropping like mad links and mad hints to a new channel. It's called Who You Got. It is an anime skits centric channel that is coming down the pike fairly soon. I think you guys are really going to enjoy it. I'm collabing with another YouTuber who has a pretty good following going on right now. So we're going to collab on a new channel. So I hope you guys, I'm going to be dropping links to that stuff too. I'll probably put in the comment link for this video and every video going on. So if you guys really into anime, skits, this shenanigans period, make sure you guys subscribe to Who You Got. I'll be dropping
You going
links soon.
skits? You got the back energy for that, brother?
Facts. Facts.
Don't forget,
The first
we
skit,
got a Discord server.
we do.
We do.
Did y'all click the link? Booty.
I did.
I did.
I was not ready
I'm
for
not
it.
Shoot that booty, the booty, the do the booty scooty.
I'm just
Shoot
not
that
ready
booty,
to
the
look
booty,
at it
do the
because
booty
you know
scooty.
that. Hold on.
Booty!
Booty. Watch it,
The
bro.
white people aren't here to keep us in line.
Scoop
But
that booty.
This thing right here though, them doing this.
Scoop.
That's
scoop
some
that
new grounds,
booty.
Bubble.
I'm not. I ain't clicking that link. Y'all
Click
got
it,
it,
bro. Boo!
Y'all got it, bro. Listen, if it ain't women and wine, like my name is Geralt. You know, I'm good, bro.
Let's not talk about that Witcher travesty that's gonna bestow upon all of us.
Look, it ain't
I'ma
that
watch
bad
it anyway,
looking.
I'm not gonna
Come on.
It's
not,
bad. You
it's
know,
not.
okay. I will give the general set, but my main concern is Yennefer and Triss. Like, Meek tried to tell me, oh, they're young. Bitch, even in where they're setting the story, they're 70. They're witches. They're 70. I don't care. Don't give me these girls that look like they're under 18 about to be on some, like, browser shit or shoot stuff.
Also,
Don't give me any of that.
You know what's crazy? Mama Thugger been on us for weeks. In the past 2 weeks, she's slipping.
I'm about to lose it. Don't give me any of that.
wait, we can't say
Mama's
the
losing
word?
control. Mama's losing control. Y'all,
All
let
I'm
me
saying is,
tone it back.
I don't care. When it comes to The Witcher, like I don't care. I read the books off and on. I still don't care. I don't want to show about the books. I want to show about the game. That's a whole different Geralt that he cares about having a beard. Like
I just don't want the people to look like he's going to bang to be younger than 18. And both Yennefer and Triss look younger than 18.
Okay, so I'll agree with you on that. They should have got older looking actors for that type of
That's my main concern. Yeah, they
look
hella young.
You know what he is? He could be an older man that love all women.
I knew he was going to be. Oh my!
Shut up! Shut up!
I don't want to show based off
I'm not
the
getting
books. I don't
dragged
care.
to hell for you.
I don't want to show
books.
where the creative decisions are being made out of spite. Is what I'm saying.
I want the games.
And that's pretty much why we get
I like OD boring though. I'm not gonna lie to y'all.
Demi's right. The books are hella boring. I've read them. They're boring. Oh my god, no, thank you.
I love reading, but my god, they're boring.
You gotta convince me that these characters are ancient people.
Yo, we got a celebrity in the building. Xbot448. What is going on, my guy?
Hey, baby.
And that's what you get when you come to 2XP. You get hugger. She gonna baby you when you come in. That's what you get.
That's true.
You would swear she's Southern. Like you would swear.
Would you prefer me to do this accent all the time? Like, hey guys, I'm getting him a Tom Holland role. Like, I'm sorry that Sony got a little bit wild on you guys, but I'm prepared to, bring everything back. Sploosh. Like, everything's back. Sony's gonna make 2 more movies with me, and we're gonna keep going. We're gonna provide you guys what you need. Tony Stark is gonna get to rest in peace, and everything is just perfect, you guys.
You keep on the accent.
Your accent is actually coming along. You sound like an Australian raised in London.
You keep on the accent, you're gonna overload somebody's CPU. You keep on playing.
Oh, please not. Let's not. Let's not.
You're gonna blow somebody's
CPU. Hot and bothered.
Oh, I'm bothered. I can do an entire show like this. I'll do an entire show
looks like
this.
my core is moltening.
You keep on, and
you're gonna make somebody stop playing Minecraft. Keep playing.
Keep on, and Demi gonna be dropping. Keep on.
He was talking about.
I mean, you do look about want something to do.
Want something to do something.
Want something to do something. Boy,
I'm gonna come to your crib in a cowboy hat.
With a snake in his boot. With a snake in his boot.
Come on. I'm gonna have some natty ice with me. I'm gonna have a cowboy hat, some natural ice, and a snake in my boot.
Yo, Ravishing, what's up, bro? Yo, Xbox, appreciate the like.
We apologize for you having to walk in on this nonsense.
Yo, definitely.
You knew what show you was coming to.
I need to jump on next podcast. I need to jump on AGS, man. I definitely gonna get with you guys. Definitely, my schedule is starting to open up a little bit. I'm also doing videos with my man Nick. I got a new anime channel started up. I definitely gonna rock with you guys, no doubt.
Oh damn! I left my cowboy hat there already. Oh my god!
Stand shaken.
I wear a cowboy hat quite frequently, actually.
Class
Why do you
show
wear a
world.
cowboy hat quite frequently?
Oh,
Oh,
That sounds like something broke.
I don't know what that was like.
let me get the technical term. Someone asked what was Mike's job in, but let me get Mike's technical term what his job was at Xbox.
So while Fame is doing
Not as good as Man
that,
Booty.
Anybody see that Enchanted Portal trailer? Listen, hold on, because I kind of like.
I have two thoughts about it, but you go.
I actually like it. It looks pretty cool.
Now, what trailer are we talking
Bro,
about?
no,
Enchanted Portal.
that Enchanted Force is a Cuphead ripoff, dog. I got no.
Oh, you know what?
I'm cool with
Yeah.
people.
It's absolutely.
Hold on. We call it
All right, let Demi make his points.
Who actually beat Cuphead in here?
I ain't beat it.
Wait, what's that got to do with
That got to
commenting
do
on the art
everything.
style?
You can't call it a ripoff if you ain't beat it.
Okay, I'm talking about the way it looks
That
and
has
the
nothing
way
to do
it plays,
You have to
bro.
have beat
Stop.
the game to comment on the gameplay and art style.
Yes.
No.
Because that would only be relevant if we played that game too. We have to have played both games
Just
to be
because
able
it
to
looks like
accurately
it
compare.
doesn't mean it's gonna be like as tough as Cuphead. It could be a completely easy
No,
game.
we're not talking about
That's not
its
what
toughness.
people are complaining about.
But what's the first thing? What's
It's
the
one
first game to
thing-
pop into your head when you watch it? When you
Cuphead.
see, like, you don't think, damn, they look just like The Last of Us.
Yeah,
It's one thing. It's one thing to get inspiration. It's one thing to straight up. Oh, you know what? Let's make my game look just like this, and have bosses look just like this. Oh, and by the way, Mike Ybarra was Hey, I just had it. Jesus Christ. He was
Oh my
a
God,
vice.
that old man.
His title was vice president of gaming. He came on at Microsoft as a system engineer in 2000. After several roles in other divisions, he became part of the Xbox family in 2009 as a general manager of Xbox Live. And his current role that he just left was vice president of gaming. Sorry. Now back to this game, this Cuphead DLC, this great value Cuphead. Bruh,
Listen,
it's a
$50
ripoff.
Cuphead, but I guarantee it's gonna be fun, bro. I guarantee.
Nobody's arguing
But
that.
that's not the argument.
I know y'all not arguing it. I'm saying like everybody says Cuphead DLC. I'm not buying it. I'm not picking it up. But people are gonna pick it up.
I'm not saying that's a reason to
That's-
not buy it.
Yeah,
I'm just saying
nobody's
it's
saying that.
clearly a clone. That's all I'm saying.
They're very inspired by Cuphead.
Very.
I mean, ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong
Very.
with that. One of the games that I'm excited for to come out in the next couple years is this game called Witch, and it's pretty much Octopath. Like visually and like in every way, it's pretty much Octopath.
Enchanted Portal is the special ed dude in the back that copied your homework.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh,
It is, bro.
No.
Don't finish that sentence, please.
He copied your homework. It's a complete copy. And I'm cool with him passing. But don't act like you passed on your own. You copied me, bruh.
Listen, bro. I don't know, man.
I'm not saying it don't look fun. I'm not saying I wouldn't buy it. I wouldn't play it. I'm not saying none of that. I'm just saying, as Cuphead little brother.
It is. And I looked at the trailer like, wow, you guys didn't hide it, huh?
Blatant
That's
with
what
it. And
people
they
are
on,
arguing
and they
about.
on Kickstarter with the joint, bruh. If I'm Studio MHDR, I'm calling Microsoft, let me borrow them lawyers, fam.
If
I
I'm
think
Studio MBHR, I'll go ahead, bro. I'll go ahead.
And I think Jim Sterling did the best take of this. It's 1930s rubber hose style animation, which was Cuphead. And it's all original assets, it's all this stuff. But the gameplay is so blatantly Cuphead that it's just like, why? You put so much work into this. Like, rubber hose style animation is not easy to do. You gotta do it by hand. Even if you do it with a computer, most of it has to be done by hand. It's like, why go this so blatantly Cuphead? I think that's what people are arguing. It's just, this is so much work to just put into Cuphead.
You know, this
Why?
this reminds me of Mighty Number 9 and Mega Man. All over again.
But wasn't
right
that
there.
labeled a spiritual successor though? Like
It
was.
They wasn't
It
taunting
was.
it as a new
One
idea.
One person that worked on Mega Man.
But he said that this is a Mega Man successor. They didn't say anything about Cuphead on here, and people are just like,
Look at our
"This is
new
Cuphead."
game. Like that's basically what Enchanted
Same
pulled us
thing.
They
through.
might
Like,
as well
even
hit
if
up
he had never
Studio
said
MDHR
that-
for like a Cuphead character or something at this point. Get Mugman and just be like, yo, we got him in here too. Come play our game, please.
I mean,
Well-
either way, let them do their thing, and maybe they start in a genre.
Please.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like the art behind it, the rubber hose style with the 1930s. There's so much history behind it. There's so much work behind it. Because even if you computer animate it, there still has to be hand animated parts.
Demi,
Just like
Demi,
why?
go make a Demi God of War and see if Sony come holler at you, and make it look just like God of War 2018 and see if Sony come holler at you.
I mean,
There's just so
they
much
have
work to
that
be
already.
this.
It's called the Thor parts in the new Avengers.
Boy,
I'm just saying, it's the same.
I don't want Square
same
Enix
thing.
walking on our door like, "Hey y'all, no,
Hey,
we
listen,
don't
bro.
need them
You're
here."
gonna be knocking at my door all the
Don't
most
hate
time.
on Thor. Thor just an older man that love all women. Don't
No, remember what game was that came out on PS3? It was like Gears of War, but it was like more anime based. I forgot the name of that, but you can clearly tell the inspiration was Gears of War because they had a character, the main character looked like Dom. So I
I'm
can
about
remember
to
that.
There-
check it out.
But you just said it. The inspiration. This is a blatant ripoff.
No, but it
Which-
blatantly ripped off Gears because they had the roadie run in it and everything.
Oh, I wish you
Remember the name.
remember the name.
I wish I
so
remember the
can
name
look it
because I
up.
played the demo and it was like, I'm like, wow, this is Gears, but like the anime characters. God,
I mean,
what
they
is
do
that
that.
game?
I don't think it's anything wrong. That's how genres are built. People are
Yeah.
inspired by something. They, I mean, maybe not exactly rip off the mechanics fully, but even though that's what this looks like, that's how genres start. So I guess cool, whatever. Like
Like I can't blame the developers for this. This is just like
if we didn't,
you
Is that
know
a
what you're
Tupac of
getting.
socks?
they pock socks. Yep, pock
Hot
socks.
socks. Like you know what you're getting. Embrace it. Use this for your marketing promotional gain. Use it because
Yo, my
know
man,
what?
the geeky
Screw
nerd
it.
said it was quantum something. I'm about to look it up now. We gotta find it.
Yeah, it's the name was Quantum. Let me go look this up, man, because I need to know.
PS3 quantum.
but just
Quantum
use
of
this
Solace?
for your Quantum of Solace. No,
that's-
Quantum
it
of
was
Solace is
James
a James
Bond.
Bond
That's
game.
a James Bond game. I'm tripping.
Yeah. You tripping, boy.
Um,
Get the hell out of here. But use this. Use it to your advantage. Because I know they probably worked on it this as hard as Cuphead worked on theirs. So use this. Show how your game is different.
They
Good
didn't
luck.
do a bad job at all.
Good luck.
They did not
And
Quantum
in fact,
Theory.
Quantum Theory.
was the name of the game.
I feel like
Quantum Theory. But the problem is, they not only are they ripping off Cuphead, they ripping it off on Kickstarter.
yeah,
I remember this
that's
game.
probably where people are probably complaining about more is the Kickstarter aspect of it.
But shout out to the people watching once again, man. Y'all came out and rocked with us tonight. We appreciate that. We got a couple more minutes, man.
Hey, Hunter, can I ask you a question?
There it is.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Are you getting RDR2 on PC?
Ooh.
Not day one.
What?
Because I am of the mindset that, and this is coming out to the breakpoint stuff, is you don't give me 100% of your game, you don't get 100% of my money. Like, I'm just of that. And
Fair.
watching that the online aspect, which is what I'm going to play the most of Red Dead, is like limping along, you don't get 100% of my money. And it's $100 for if you go into the Rockstar launcher, it's $100 for not even the ultimate edition. I think it's the basic edition that they're offering. You're not gonna get my money. No. You guys,
As
when it's
off
on
as it
sale,
sounds-
I'll get it.
as off as it sounds, I think to me to say out loud, I kind of feel that same way about like Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3. Like I'm not down to buy extra characters that were probably ready when the game released. Smash is a different thing. They
Mhm.
have been making characters, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they got like one more in the bag somewhere that they just weren't able to put out. But I'm just not down to buy some stuff that was already ready for the game when it released, and you just held on to it to sell it back to.
I think the best things are to go when people do those data dives of games, like PC. Usually it's PC, and they get into the disc and what's on there, and you see that these things are just hidden behind paywalls. You don't get 100% of my money if you're not going to develop 100% of the game, or you're going to add it 2-3 months from now. No, when you add it all, and then like Assassin's Creed, a whole bunch of stuff I just bought. It's the gold edition, which is the complete edition, which I know is on the disc from the data dives. Like, you guys don't deserve my money because I know you're not looking out for me as the consumer. You don't care about me as the consumer. So I'm just going to protect myself and not spend $100 of my money because, as the most recent travesty, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, $100 got you to play the game early, but the monetization is in the thousands of dollars. You don't get my money. You don't deserve it. You don't anything of it. So stay away from me. I'm just that way. And with Xbox Game Pass being as good as it is right now, I'm just gonna go with that. Don't give me anything. I
And
don't
if you're
want
not
anything
down with
from you
that,
guys.
she got 2 words for you.
All women.
Oh,
There you go.
oh.
All right. So what y'all playing? What y'all playing this week, man? What's going on? What y'all got going on with sticks?
I'm actually getting ready to dive back into Borderlands 3 because I had stopped playing it. So I'm getting back.
This
I played a
boy
little bit
ain't
yesterday,
playing
but
it.
I'm getting back into Borderlands 3 this week.
Ew, Sleepy Lands.
He is.
Ooh.
Ooh.
I mean,
Okay, Demi. It sounds like you have an
Sleepy
issue.
Lands.
Talk about it. So.
It's just a boring series to me personally. If I wanted like loot, I would play Diablo.
Oh, you ain't wrong.
I've been on Astral Chain still. I'm actually enjoying it more than the beginning. I dig it. I really do.
I feel like I pissed I feel like I pissed Fame off because he's looking like this.
He looked hella mad. He looked so mad.
Demi disrespect every game I like, bro. He don't like no game
Not
I
every
like,
game.
bro.
Most of the games, though.
You play Dauntless and Borderlands. I gotta get
I'm actually about to go back to Dauntless, bro. I heard Dauntless,
I like
new Dauntless
Dauntless,
update.
Dauntless
The
is
new
actually
update is
fun.
supposed to be really big, so I'm gonna get back into Dauntless. Heavy.
But with you playing Dauntless, you can't say nothing about me playing Absolver because I actually been enjoying that a lot too.
I tried with Absolver, man. I guess I ain't got the patience for Absolver, like to actually
No,
fight.
you do not.
I'm on some Wu-Tang stuff. Like I'm really into martial arts stuff like that, and it's the perfect like martial arts fantasy for me.
It really is.
And my brother started playing, so I'm like running around whooping ass with him. It's cool.
What have I been playing this? I've been playing a lot of stuff. I've been playing Wolfenstein 2 New Colossus. I went back and played the Gears of War, the first one, Windows 10 optimized stuff.
Classic.
Yes. Although, I gotta say, I'm not really enjoying it. It's so
Oh
clunky.
my god! What?
It's clunky. Like everything is clunky about that game. Not really a fan of it. But I have a game that I bet is like I need to stop playing is Ruiner. Ruiner is
Oh, so good.
so good.
So
Oh my
good.
god, it's so
The
good.
art design, the soundtrack.
It's so like if you love that cyberpunk and you're not willing to wait for Cyberpunk 2077, Ruiner, go play it. It's on Game Pass right now.
I would cosplay as that guy because
so good.
So good.
Let me look this
And
up. I feel
then-
like I know this game. I feel like I know exactly what you're talking about, but it's not playing in my
So
head.
good.
It's so good. And then I just downloaded Dishonored 2. That's on Game Pass as well.
That is on Game Pass.
Go play that.
Man. Yo,
So
the Outer
good.
Worlds drop on Game Pass here in a few weeks.
Yeah, I'm
Yep.
ready.
Game Pass gonna be
for COD.
clutch.
I can't wait for COD, bro. Oh my god, I love COD. Lord.
Oh, I
skip
know
that.
what this is. Yeah, it's actually. Yeah.
Listen,
It's
Hey.
a top-down, like goodness ruiner.
Hey, Pokemon Sword and Shield next month too. Hype.
yeah.
Hype.
Inject
I'm not
that
gonna
Call
lie.
of Duty in my veins, bro. Cause it's on, man. Ah.
I need to have my
I have Pokemon
Elgato.
and Death Stranding in the same month.
I need to have Elgato. I need to have an Elgato before Sword and Shield drop because I'm gonna be streaming that on the new channel.
Oh, I'm definitely getting into Fallen Order next month too.
I forgot
Which
about
version
the
you
Fallen
getting?
Order. Me, Sword.
Nobody's going Shield.
I might go Shield.
Hey.
It's just a wolf holding a sword in his mouth for sword, man.
Uh
Come
oh.
on.
Uh oh.
Well, me and my bro, we
My
always
3-year-old
get
about
the
to
opposite
invade.
Pokemon games, and he's getting shields. So
Tell it,
Yeah.
just chokeholder, man, chokeholder.
Hey, we finna get up out of here because my 3-year-old is about to evade my space. I hear her coming. So let's get with the outro. First off, for you guys that's watching us live, you are appreciated. Like, I'm not joking or being funny when I say this. Thank you guys for rocking with us. From left to right, thugger.
What's up, y'all? I'm glad you joined in. And again, to my fellow Canadians, it is Thanksgiving this weekend, so I will see you next weekend. Stay safe, don't drink and drive, all that stuff. And yeah, I'm glad to be back with my family here. Maybe Demi will get on with the camera once in a while. You know, maybe
Eventually.
we'll switch the show up and we'll do some weekend stuff so he can get on here. You know,
I'm with it. Y'all let me know.
Whoa, what's that?
I called him out.
weekend stuff.
DALLAZ, man.
Man, say, I don't know if y'all know, you probably won't know this just from watching us, but the audience are the only part of the podcast that Fame actually likes.
Yep.
He tolerates us, but he don't really mess with us like that. So we appreciate y'all being here, so he has to pretend to be nice to us.
Half man, half God.
Hello there. I'm Demi God. I like women and wine and warm meals. Follow me on Twitch, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, Demi God Reviews. Thank you guys for coming. I have women
That's
and
his
wine to
white
go
man
do.
voice.
Congratulations, folks. You leveled up to 89. This was the Double XP Podcast. We'll see y'all next Wednesday. Peace.
Peace.